Donald Trump just signed an executive order to abolish the Department of Education, and a lot of people are wondering what that will mean. Now that they got what they want, it's time for them to say the quiet part out loud. And for that, we turn to Fox News.
When I hear Republicans out there talking about their plan for education in America, I don't hear them talking about making sure disabled kids have access to a public education. I don't hear them talking about impoverished
kids. Because we're against it.
I know you are. Thank you for admitting it in such a public forum. They want to end up privatizing it. They want a voucher system, which means that kids who can't get to those schools, don't have enough money to, or frankly want to go to public schools, won't have access.
Because we're against it.
Do you think they pass gas and belch during the segment and break over there? It's just like this rowdy fraternity nonsense. It's nonsense. She's surrounded by a bunch of nincompoops who just laugh at their own jokes. And I think they're either doing real ones or arm farts. That's just how I look at them. As we said, Donald Trump signed the order that aimed to, wait for it. The executive order directed Linda McMahon, who I said always looks like she's waiting for the lunch bell to ring so she can go get something to eat or take her mind off all this nonsense about education. He wants her to take all necessary steps to shut down key functionalities. Trump said his administration may eventually pursue an effort to get Congress to shut down the agency. Now, here's the thing. Donald Trump is either lying about their plans for disabled children or they're not going to save money. It's like one or the other. The bulk of the education department's budget is made up of federal grant and loan programs, including the $18.4 billion Title I program that provides funding to high poverty K-12 schools, and the $15.5 billion IDEA program that helps cover the education costs for students with disabilities. They deserve to have a chance at an educated life too, don't they? White House said those programs, as well as the $1.6 trillion federal student loan program, would not be affected by the order. It's so hard to believe that, Adrienne. Why are you dismantling it? And I just did an interview yesterday with Michaela Montgomery, the young Clark student who was in that Chick-fil-A in Atlanta with Donald Trump, who said people just don't get it. Sharon, he's putting it in other Department of Treasury, Health and Human Services. They're not just going to get rid of it. People are going to have a place to go. I'm not going to sit here and fact check people in real time, but I know something doesn't sound right. What say you?
Oh, absolutely. But that's always been the mission, is to ensure that you have an uneducated populace so that they don't push back, so that you can say, hey, look at this, and pick their pocket at the same time. And that's what we saw, and why we got the president that we got, is that people are willing to believe disinformation and misinformation. They're willing to believe that someone who has a higher melanin count or came from a different country is stealing their job. It's just this level of ignorance. And for Donald Trump to continue to effectuate the consequences of that would be dismantling the Department of Education. As far as attacking children with different needs, it's just aligned with his entire mantra. We saw him during his first administration when he was running for office, mock disabled man. It's like I'm not surprised whatsoever. And the thing is, there are so many incredible minds there that will not get the resources so that they can grow and can learn. But again, that's kind of the point and the purpose of shutting this all down.
Yeah, and I know that Donald Trump said the quiet part out loud, right? Candidate Trump, Project 2025. Well, first he said he was doing it. Then he said, I disavow. It's your whole platform. It served up. This was you, Project 2025. But people voted knowing full well who he is, what he was going to do, what the plan was for certain people, and yet they voted for it. And now that mother in the suburbs who has a child who, God forbid, has pediatric cancer, and the research is ending, and the money's not going to flow to someone who has this learning difference. I don't know what to tell people. Mississippi and Louisiana cannot afford to pick up the slack. So if he's not being fully honest, there's going to be a lot of people in red states and blue who are going to fall by the wayside here.
Absolutely. And the thing is, it's like, It's really sad because all of the information was out there. He was in your face telling you what he was going to do. It's just our society has this individualistic mentality. And so this thought that, oh, it's not going to impact me, or it won't be me, it'll be them over there, the others. And people are recognizing that no, it will be you because this person doesn't care about you because you're not wealthy. But also on top of the fact that we're all interconnected. Our success is all linked. So you can't just cut off a foot and expect to run a marathon. And that's basically what people voted for. And they're just tripping over themselves now, and we're all suffering.
Yeah, we're all suffering. And I wonder if how much more of this we can sustain, because you have people like AOC, Bernie, Jasmine Crockett realizing that, maybe we'll tap into just everyday people, working people here who it's us against the oligarchs and those who support them. I don't know. But this is going to be a true test for people who didn't get it perhaps in November, but maybe they're sadly getting it now.